Hi, this is Jan Birch, mostly known as the Stairmaster from People Under the Stairs, but now also coming out with all kinds of great things that to look out for. And I am now introducing the 13th Wolfman, the one and only.
Hey, everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman. You know who I have with me today? I have Jan. Jan is back. I think it's the third time. So welcome back to Sit Down, Jan.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to them now. First time I didn't know what to expect. Second time we had a lot of fun, and hey, I'm back.
Yeah. As we were talking before we got the camera rolling, our cameras rolling, you were talking about the movie that I'm looking forward to coming out, man, Sky Sharks. Give us a little bit of an update on that, please.
Yeah, Sky Sharks is something I'm really looking forward to too now. All along, but now really, really a lot now. I spoke to the producers the other week, and they have the September 1st release date with Sony. It's going to be a huge theatrical release in Germany. I don't know exactly what's going to happen over here, but I'm sure they're going to follow, depending on how it goes. And because it's a German production and German people are quite proud, I think they're going to kind of make it quite large, and then US going to follow. I do know that they actually double the budget on the in post, so it's quite a few million now. So that makes me even more excited because I know this is, like I told you guys before, it's basically 99.9% shot on green screen. Every single actor is on green screen. So it's a new technique of filmmaking. It's the millennium guys, the 30, 35-year-olds, who now come up with not just using green screen for the effects, they're using green screen for the actual movie. And that does take a lot of post though. So that's why I'm happy that they got extra money for post.
I remember the movie that kind of like started that whole idea. Well, not the only one, but one of them, Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow, with Angelina Jolie. The entire movie was all green screen.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
they had it good, but they didn't know then, I don't think, which we have now with this particular movie is exactly what I said. They're 30, 35-year-old millennium guys that almost all of them they wanted it. Like when we guys grew up, I don't know everybody's age, but it was less IT and more other things. Now
right.
It's all IT now. They know coding before they can read almost. So to see films being made by that actual generation is quite exciting to me.
That's very cool. I like I said, man, I'm a big shark movie fanatic, so I'm sky shark, sand shark, snow shark, whatever, shark. I'm there. So I'm there for this movie. This is like one of the ones I've been waiting for a while because we've talked about it a couple of times, So yeah, just come out already. That's all I ask.
Yeah, no, and they did a great promotional thing the other month. They made a postcard of every single starring actor in it, and they're selling the postcard sets now. So we all have and they made like a poster of each character, which I'm sure you've seen some of them online on social media. I posted my poster online, but they have that for every main actor, and they actually now made a postcard size of it, and they're selling them in sets.
That's
which
smart.
is kind of cool. Yeah,
that's really smart. So just, I mean, it's got to be like as an actor, it's got to be kind of frustrating to just work with nothing more than a green screen. I mean, I'm not trying I'm not trying to make it sound bad, but man, to react to say, hey, there's a tennis ball. That's what you got to look at, or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, what they did on this one in particular, in my part in particular, I was just told what kind of room I was in. Obviously, the room didn't change where we shot. It's the same chair, same room, same everything. But they basically told me, okay, now you're in the library. I'm like, okay, I'm in the library. Here are all books. So they have to kind of tell you the whole wall is full of books. You're picking up a book, which I didn't even do. I didn't even pick up a book. I just pretend to pick up a book, and I'm going to put it all in later. And then And then they said, now you're in the living room with your wife drinking tea. And I'm like, I'm sitting on the same freaking chair. Where's my wife? So, yeah, I see what you're saying. But, you know, they just have to coach you and guide you. And like, basically, they have to, more like the old times, the old school storyboards are now in their heads. So they just tell you, okay, this is what it looks like. Visualize, action. You know, so.
Another movie I wanted to bring up, I just like the name. It sounds really cool. It's the one that you're supposedly filming now, Agramon's Gate.
Agamon's Gate. I'm very excited about Agamon's Gate. Yeah, it's a demon movie. I mean, supernatural horror film. I'm coming back as one of the lead. It's also a bunch of the lead kids, so to speak. I call them kids now because I'm getting a little older, but the 25-year-olds in the movie. It's a group of 25, 30-year-olds, and they are hanging out, you know. And the main guy's father was killed by the son. The son killed him when he tried to kill his mother. And I'm coming back as the father, him thinking it is the father, but I'm really Agramon, the demon, the left hand of the devil. That's Agramon in the Old Testament. So it's like one of the big three. Basically, it's the devil and Agramon, and I cannot recall the right-hand man devil right now at this particular moment, but I should have looked that up. But anyway, it's
no,
the three main guys. I'm number 3 guy in the underworld. And the movie is only about him.
Okay, dude. So what time period is this set in? Because with the name like Agramon's Gate, yeah, it sounds like it could be, you know, mid 12th century, 11th century.
No, it's actually taking place in present time.
Cool.
It's taking place in present time, but you know, obviously, I'm thousands of years old, and I come back as his father. And I also come back as another creature I won't recognize now because it's a jump moment through the movie until you see the character. I don't think they even using promo photos of the second shape that he comes back as. So I'm not going to disclose that right now. But I do come back as his father several times, convincing him. And then obviously also interacting with Laurel Landon, who plays my wife that I tried to kill when I was alive. And I end up, you know, being not too very nice to her now, coming back as a demon.
When does, I mean, you're filming it now. I understand that. And how much longer do you have?
My part, I just finished, and they have maybe 2 weeks left, or 1 week left on it. We started mid-March. So it's mid-March. I started beginning of April, and they're done by mid-May. So it's a couple more weeks. But I also already have a Vision, which is a Sony distribution, coming out in October. So
coming out in October.
Fast turnaround. It's a fast turnaround.
So I'm going to be watching Jan Birch in September. I'm going to be watching Jan Birch in October.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Jan Birch fall time.
Yeah, actually, and then another movie with the same director. It's not horror, it's thriller. But it has to do with sex slavery and you know, the little girls and all the human trafficking stuff. I have a little fun cameo on that one with the same director coming out in May. Artificial Loyalty with Billy Worth and John Savage and you know, another really talented group of people. So
John Savage, he's a great actor.
Yeah, we had a blast on there, and you know. Actually, I did it because the director was talking about Agamon's Gate, and he's like, "Well, you know, I only have one part left in this movie that I'm doing right now." I'm like, "Hey, when do you want me to be there?" So I wanted to work with him before we did this other thing. So I jumped in and I did like a you know, a couple of days cameo on this thriller thing that I very much enjoyed. So
that's kind of smart because then you get kind of used to how the director works.
Yeah, and we work really well. Director Holly Wallén, he's actually Swedish as well, Swedish-American from Michigan. He's like the most, you know, the highest ranking filmmaker out of Michigan. He's got like 9 awards right now, and film festival around the world. Very well recognized on his achievements so far, and he's still a young filmmaker. I mean, he's not young in filmmaking. I think he started making his own films about 3-4 years ago, and he's pumping out 3 a year. So very excited about him.
That's really good. And of course, the one movie I got to bring up. You know what I'm going to ask about? You know, the Dawn of the Five Evils.
Dawn of the Five Evils. I'm just waiting for them to say, you know what? We got enough box office on Death House. Let's go to work on Dawn of Five Evils. I haven't got the word yet, but I know that's going to be for us as doctors who had very little to do with Death House in the long run, in the end result, because it was all about the prequel. So we had to be in Death House, but it's all about the prequel to build up what's happening in Death House. So I'm very excited about that. I just don't know exactly when that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like some of these movies take forever to get going.
Yeah, no, I know they're looking at the box office because it is a sequel, but it's a prequel, but it's still a sequel. So I know the numbers have to be involved.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's the way it always is.
But Death has been great to us. It had a little bit of a because of Marvel Comics, the movie that came out with the black superhero,
Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther opened up on the same weekend. So they had to really. Nobody knew what was going to happen until it was released, and all of a sudden it blew out everything. So they actually asked all the theaters to pull everything else because they didn't have room, so they can expand fast. So that's why Death House got into that little circle in the beginning, but it's really spreading now.
And so how are things going with you on a personal note, man?
Very good. I mean, I'm very happy. I just had a birthday Sunday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I actually became a U.S. citizen last week, 17th, 2 weeks ago.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
That's great.
So now you can blame me too.
I've been a U.S. citizen forever, since my birth, so I don't blame me.
No. I'm just saying, it's one thing to be here. It's another thing to actually be part of it and have your own responsibilities and rights and duties. So it feels good. Is that
a tedious process to go through?
For me, it took a long time. It's just a matter of I came in here as a entertainment celebrity, basically on an H1 1989.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was doing that. I had to prove that I was in all kinds of magazines and TV shows. I came in on an H1 artistic visa or entertainment professional, and then after that, I actually got married later on, so that helped as well. And then I'm on my second marriage now. So I mean, after that, it's just when you've gone through all those different things, they check. They in FBI, Interpol, CIA, they check like if you're 1 day late on your tourist visa, 1969, when you were 4 years old, you might be rejected. I mean, they do that. They look every single thing. You can't go past 1 day on your tourist visa. If you've ever been a tourist here, you can't basically do anything you're not supposed to do since you first stepped foot on this country. So they do a lot of research, and it took a while for me.
Well, now you're a citizen of the States, and you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore, man.
No, I do not.
So again, congratulations, man. That's a big thing.
Thank you. Yeah, and it was it was interesting to see how people respond to it. It was one of my highest ranking posts in the last 3 years, I think, when I declared that I was a citizen. I think everybody that I've ever looked at my page liked that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, a birthday and a citizenship.
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
That was a good week for me. It's a good week for me. And you know, like I said, I'm looking forward to Sky Shark coming out. I'm looking forward to Agamemnon's Gate coming out now. I don't know if you guys saw, they posted a few frames online, and it looks great.
I haven't seen anything on it. I looked up what you have going on IMDb, and I was like, wow, Agramon's Gate. That sounds really cool. You know, so I haven't seen anything else about it.
Yeah, no, I can. I have some photos that are used for promotion now that I'm allowed to share, so I can send you guys some stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I know that we have to get ready for the live show, so if anyone's trying to find you, where can they find you on social media?
JarnBirch.com website, Jarn Birch page, Instagram, just Jarn Birch at Facebook. Both personal profile and fan page is Jarn Birch, and the Twitter is Jarn Birch. Very simple. The only thing that's not just my name is Instagram. For some reason, somebody took it, but it doesn't exist. But it was not available. I don't know what happened there, but it's just YANBIRCH, and I welcome all followers and clicks. And you know how this time is now.
Yeah,
it's the era of clicks here now. So
yeah,
I appreciate it. Anything and everything if they like what I do, to follow and click and add and comment.
Well, again, Jan, thanks for coming on again, man. I love having you on. I love talking to you about all the stuff that you're doing. You know, and again, congratulations on becoming a U.S. citizen. For Jarn Birch, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl.
Thank you.